Oh, hello, Dave.
Oh, hello, and welcome to the clubs bracket. Is that
Hi.
a thing?
It feels
It's a
wrong.
thing.
There's
I
so many
mean,
we have happened. First off, there's more than two of us, so this is
there are
also
more than two
confusing.
of us. The
Yeah.
astute viewer will notice that we are no longer just two Mohawks or Brohawks. We are joined by our segue into the club bracket, my friend Matt Takimoto, who competed in today's game, the first game of the clubs, and we're excited to have him here. Matt and I recorded together on my second tape day way back in December of 2021.
Yep.
And I lost the third game that day, and he won the fourth one.
Yeah, we missed each other by
And
a day. We were the bread of the Charles Fogelman sandwich.
I was gonna say you have a slice of Fogelman between you.
That's right.
True.
That's right. Dave lost, and then I got up there and avenged him. So
you did, you did. By knowing that let's see, Big Bird is 6 years old. Is that correct?
Yep, there he is,
correctly?
right there on the back of my phone. So he's with
Love
me
it.
forever.
Love
A
it.
giant
No,
flightless bird won me a large sum of money.
that was a
Sure.
clutch final Jeopardy that I was very excited for you.
It allowed you to kill a geographer, which is always a pleasure.
Wow, we're getting decolonial again.
That's
right
right.
off the bat. All right. So, I mean, since we have a special guest and it's somebody not in our bracket that we don't know that well, let's take a little time and Matt, tell us how you came to Jeopardy originally and how it was coming back.
Yeah. First, thank you for having me. It's an honor to be a non Brohawks guest.
First off, we like to think of you just as a no-hawk, and we're glad.
A no-hawk, right? Brohawks and no-hawks. Yeah, let's see. I've loved Jeopardy since forever. Was trying to get on for like a decade. Finally, kind of got through, got an audition, was in the contestant pool. I actually got the call in May of 2021 and had to turn it down because it was like the worst possible time for teachers to take off of work. But what ended up happening was that was in the middle of Matamodio's run, so I wouldn't have played anyway.
Oh, there you
because we would have had, you can't cross the mats. And so I turned that down. I was like, I'm gonna, I'll take my chance and see if they call me back later. And then got the call back, went down. Yeah, it was, you guys know it was deep COVID, so it was, hard to make connections and hard to really, get a feel for things. And it felt a little isolating, and especially for me, because I was on the last two games of the tape day. So I won the Thursday game, lost the Friday game. So I'm like, I went from like Jeopardy champion to like standing on the side of the road in the cold holding a tote bag in like an hour. And it was a very weird experience.
Not
laughing at you.
Yeah. It was surreal.
Another one-time winner. I feel you, right? You're like, yay, cool, this has been real fun. Is the bus still running? Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And it was also December, so it was like dark when I came outside. It was very odd.
And it was, if I recall correctly, that was the last day they were shooting for the year too. So the crew was just like, "We're done. Goodbye. Merry Christmas. Shut the lights off. Close everything."
Yeah, it was like, "We're out of here. Get out of here." Yes. So to get this call back was surreal, but the amazing thing, even beyond getting a chance to play again, is just like getting to hang out and make community and meet all these awesome folks that y'all didn't get to meet, and that's too bad for you, but because they're awesome. But yeah, it's one of those cool, and we really embraced the suits aspect of it, like the clubs of it all. Like Amy Beckerman and I kind of dubbed our group 1877 Clubs for Ken. And we're just singing that and getting it stuck in people's heads constantly. We're both menaces, absolute menaces. And yeah, there is like, I've heard talk of like clubs based tattoos that might be happening. Like it, we're really getting full into the clubs of it all.
I was gonna ask if there was a group tattoo. Sounded like it. We have bandied about that idea ourselves. No, don't want to give anything away, but it does involve Heath Ledger as the Joker on a playing card.
Nice.
Really though, who is Heath Ledger? It's still a question that we should be asking ourselves.
I will say though, if you want to see the Diamonds love, Steve Krupe in our group did a Diamonds Are Forever montage that was amazing and is up on YouTube. I think it's public. I don't know.
It is definitely public. And
that's very good.
Many of us cried, which was bizarre. Like I watched it and I was like, why am I tearing up at this?
Can't prove that I cried.
Well, I said that yesterday because we just like the full bracket didn't hit the website till like after the game had aired in some markets. Or my quarterfinal had aired in some markets, and so it was weirdly emotional to see the Champions Wildcard logo with the club there. And it was just like, oh, it's like that was strangely a moment where it was like, oh, it's finally here now. It's finally a thing. And this whole bracket is fire. So I'm excited for everybody to see it.
I am excited. I haven't watched the episode. I've heard that it's amazing.
Right. And the group chat is telling us all about it. We're like, no spoiler. We're going to be there soon.
So I'm super happy that you're here with us. And I mean, speaking of, let's just get to the fire and
dive right in.
Start playing it. TJ and I will do our best to not talk a whole bunch, but it is what it is. We're going to talk a whole bunch.
Yeah, but this is, we're allowing it to be a bit of a club show. That's fine.
It is the club's time to shine.
Briefly.
Still instinctively looking for my mohawk in the audience. Not forgetting that I'm not there. Look at this clean cut gentleman. Look at you.
I'm reasonably adorable when you did that.
Have not shaved since taping.
That jacket, velour, it looks soft.
Yeah, it's velvet.
It
was velvet.
Yeah. It was. I've said this a lot, but it was Banana Republic. The tag stayed on, and I 100% returned it after taping.
Thank you, Johnny Gilbert, and welcome everyone to what promises to be another thrilling Jeopardy.
I want you to write about that and then get Banana Republic on X or Blue Sky or whatever to pay to give you one for free.
Right, that's a great angle.
37 and season.
These when I was on my first set, I got these glasses. They got some attention from Zenny. They gave me 2 free pairs from Jeopardy, so no shame.
Today,
the Banana Republic, get mad at jacket.
Good luck, everyone. Here comes the Jeopardy round.
Here we go.
Categories will be
legitimately.
I have no clue. I have no idea.
Famous former teachers.
I know the first 2 categories. I'm just like, I mean, let's go.
And finally, altered states.
Oh, I'm good at that one.
Which of the 50?
I'm well aware. Burning Man.
Charlie, you start.
Let's do famous former teachers for 200.
This Mad Men star taught drama at his old high school.
Come on.
Charlie.
Who is John Hamm?
Right.
Famous former teachers for 400.
Before Harry met Sally, he worked as a substitute teacher on Long Island. Charlie.
Who is Billy Crystal?
Yes.
Famous former teachers for 600.
This KISS frontman taught 6th grade in Spanish Harlem.
Fascinating.
Jen.
Who is Gene Simmons?
That's correct.
I like Jen's two-handed approach here going on.
So sometimes follows this wordo for a type of composition. Matt.
What's a concerto?
Correct.
Classical
Are
music.
you buzzing behind your back?
You're behind the backing.
I'm a behind
the actual.
I'm a behind the backer. I've tried it all the different ways, and that's the most. I'm doing this where I'm like holding my buzzer hand and letting it relax.
Great masters of this.
I tried that my second game because I was so nervous that my thumb was shaking, and I tried the behind the back for a while. I wanted it to be good, but it was not good.
Organ? That's it.
I'm pretty sure you can watch Jen try like 3 different buzzer techniques in this game.
Oh, really?
I just don't like how casual you look when you do it.
I mean, she's like ambidextrous. Like, is she using both thumbs?
Maybe, I don't know. I mean, y'all know, like the buzzer timing in these tournaments is unreal because everybody's so fast.
Everyone knows what they're doing except for this one. Oh,
Yeah.
What's the Aegean?
No.
Oh,
Charlie or Jen?
emotional roller coaster.
That was me getting frustrated about getting buzzed out a lot and going, ooh, nobody's buzzing in. I'm gonna try something.
We've
I
all
was
been
just
there.
going to ask
Yeah.
you because
English at his
they
former high school
seem
before
very
finding fame
quick.
with the musicals.
Super quick. I actually asked John Barra at the first commercial break, like, am I in early? And he's like, no, your timing's great. Theirs is just
Before he
also
was a
great.
policeman,
Like, okay.
That's
he was a teacher
exactly what
in
happened to me.
40
That's
my
what Dave did.
semifinal.
Dave did that
Yeah.
exact same thing. He's like,
I'm like, am I too early?
let's
Am
do
I
Alton
too late?
States
They're
for
like, no,
200.
you're just getting beat.
You're-
Yeah, I was
It's just-
convinced. I was convinced I was too early.
Yeah.
And a
but when
grand
you get that
prix
sweet
Florida.
spot,
Back to you, Charlie.
yeah.
Oh yeah, when you hit that groove, there's no
Go for it
feeling
for
like it.
Oh, so good.
The case of this enslaved man v. Sanford is often called the worst Supreme Court decision ever. Charlie,
Who's Dred Scott?
that's the case.
Who is Dred Scott?
Classical music
Don't.
for 200.
Don't.
In 2018, Jaap van Sveden left the Dallas Symphony to become the maestro of this Big Apple band. Charlie,
What is the New York Philharmonic?
correct.
Classical music for 4.
I like him. He's good,
Typically
got
has
good energy.
two of these instruments. Jen,
What is violin?
that's correct. Finishing off class.
Look, it's gonna give you like some sort of like 1960s news. He's like, just so you know, Kennedy's dead. And I'm like, that's fair.
I like Jen's energy. She seems super cute and I mean, and Charlie too. He like, this is a good group.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
like
good. This is a good
Yeah.
first crew.
For your
Oh,
return.
we got to hear Matt.
Not reading The Merry Wives of Windsor. That was the final Jeopardy clue that knocked me out in my original run. But I did get a coffee mug made with the category and the clue and the answer.
Look at this.
right
Which
on
is
it.
which is
So I'm never gonna
which
forget.
is why Lily, One Eclectic Mom,
Yeah,
loves
it
you
comes up
so
again.
much.
Yes, I am her
I love that.
#1 advertisement at this point.
From Illinois, is a youth services librarian.
She's
who
bethrilled.
grandma is a bit of a celebrity now. Is that true?
Yes, that during one of my shows last time, I was able to talk about my grandmas and the influence they've had in my life. And when I did that, her entire home where she lives was watching, and they stood and gave her a standing ovation during
Aw.
that part of the show. So that was a really special moment for her and for me.
That's
Not Nana applause.
standing up. It's not easy for all those people.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's why
Ken.
people got mad. People got mad at that joke on the
We
internet.
were
Did they really?
we were convinced they were going to cut that out.
Your
I'm
family
glad it got
Really?
in though because it was really funny.
Your daughter.
Yeah, I mean,
didn't-
but people on the internet were like,
And she told
"How
me
dare you think that people in assisted living can't stand up?" And I was like, I don't think that was the, huh?
But then
Right.
this morning I called her and she said, I think you're going to do really well.
Now you did do well when she was skeptical. Do you feel like you're even more empowered now that she believes in you?
I think so.
I hope so.
Ken is
I
so
hope
good
it'll
at
go
this
the other
job.
way. Right
He's
now,
very
He
good.
really is.
Jen, who has
He's
command of
so
the board.
quick.
Let's get back into
Yeah.
the round. Where to now,
he's-
Jen?
A
He's
little
always got a
legalese,
funny
600.
thing that is
Yeah.
just
You pay
perfect.
this to have
But-
And it comes out
You need
fresh.
legal help.
Mhm.
Yes.
Suing that orthodontist for giving you a bad one. Matt.
What's a retainer?
Yes.
Operation 800.
Nice.
Chromite, the surprise 1950 U.S. landing at this Korean port. Matt,
What's Incheon?
you got it.
Good job.
Operation 1000.
1998 bombing of Iraqi military sites. Blank Fox.
Michael J.
What is desert?
Good for 1,000.
I maintain
Close.
mine was
A little
correct.
legalese.
Drommel
600,
is
please.
spinning in his grave.
Personal property is sometimes called goods and these.
Trademark
From a word
infringement?
referring to bovines.
Wait, what?
Those would be goods and chattels, like cattle.
Oh.
Jen, back to you.
I try to avoid chattel as a black.
I
It's
mean,
there. It's a
oh
two.
boy,
I
this,
was gonna
look
wait
how
till
tight
so
this
great.
game is.
This game is tight.
Daily double.
All right.
Oh my god.
Yes, come on,
Gotta
Tuesday
do it.
double. I love her nervousness. It's
Rival
adorable.
and slander are both forms of this 10-letter term, often found before of character.
What is defamation?
You got it. That's correct. You have the lead.
I got it at the same time she did. I was like, and I was like, okay, thank God.
A little legalese 400.
This 3-word Latin phrase means something for something, like one action being exchanged for another of value. Matt.
What is quid pro quo?
Yes.
Operation.
Excellently pronounced. Sweet
It's
Matt.
so hard to say. It's
Covert
really
Yeah,
hard
right?
for me to
campaign
say.
to avenge the deaths of Olympic athletes in this city. Charlie.
What is Munich?
Right.
Operation for 400.
Breadbasket. Boycott of discriminatory businesses begun in 1962 by the SCLC. This.
Oh, come on.
I know.
That's the
That's a black.
I couldn't pull the L. I was thinking I couldn't get off of Southern Poverty Law Center, and then I
That's
couldn't think of
exactly what I
another
was
L
doing.
that
I
made
was
sense.
exactly what I was doing.
Jen,
What is Iran?
right.
Potpourri 2.
Fair enough.
I was upset after I was like, oh, God damn it, of course.
Oh yeah.
Matt,
What's Michigan?
yeah, looks like a mitten.
Altered states
Grew up
400.
in Ohio. You meet people from
Back to this
Michigan.
one.
You go, where do you live?
Icon.
Just point
Matt,
to it.
What's
My
California?
grandmother is
Traverse
from
City.
Grand Rapids.
Altered states 600.
Exactly.
Sumo Iris.
Missouri.
Jen,
What is Missouri?
you got it.
I do like when they put the little bit down there for you.
Saw nothing.
Washington.
Matt,
What's Washington?
that's correct.
Yeah.
Altered states for 1,000.
You're getting the hang of it.
Sorry,
Ear
I love
banks.
anagrams.
Jen,
What is Nebraska?
well done. And the
I
final
hate anagrams, so I'm shocked I got 2 of them.
Maybe
Well
direct,
done.
like using insulting language.
I'm team
Or
anagram.
indirect, like refusal
Or
to obey
bananagram.
lawful order.
Don't.
Charlie,
What is contempt?
contempt of court is it.
None of your
Everybody off to a
contempt,
great
rap.
Jen in the lead on the strength of that daily double, but we'll see what
She
happens.
did great.
in Double Jeopardy. When that
Did you just see Jen's face when the Jen on the lead? She was like, I'm
So,
on board. I'm on board, Jen.
so like, where's your head at, Matt? You seem very calm when she got the daily double and went all in. Was there any kind of sort of tension, or were you like,
I
you
was-
have a lot of time left?
I was, yeah, I in the Jeopardy round, I was like, I'm okay. I was a little annoyed I didn't find the daily double because I was hunting for him. But like, you know,
after that,
the ones in Double Jeopardy, the ones where I'm really like, I you know, I need them.
and as you
Need them
guys
and I want
Yeah.
them.
love,
Yeah.
but in quotes. Charlie, where do we start?
Let's go Oscar-winning screenplays for 400.
2010. Aaron Sorkin from the book The Accidental Billionaires, the founding of Facebook. Charlie,
What is The Social Network?
that's the movie.
Oscar-winning screenplays for 8.
2008. Simon Beaufoy from the novel Q&A by Vikas Swaroop. Jen,
What is Slumdog Millionaire?
correct.
Screenplays, Oscar-winning screenplays 1,200.
1950. Joseph Mankiewicz from the short story The Wisdom of Eve. Charlie,
What is All About Eve?
yes.
Oscar-winning
I didn't know
screenplay
that
for 1,600.
Answer there. This is a daily double.
Not the doble.
Okay.
Th-
Okay.
This one, you can tell I am
Second place,
grouchy.
and you couldn't have-
You look at you looking like a.
Let's make
Here
it
for it.
a daily double.
Wow,
What?
why not?
Charlie?
A lot of money at stake in
I mean,
Oscar.
he's a producer.
1976. William
Oh,
Goldman
come
from the
on.
book
I know.
Christine and Bob.
This is where I get grouchier because I'm like, oh
You are
god.
in the lead.
Oh,
big risk
I would
paid
get
off.
grouchy on that one too. Oh, yeah.
Look at your. I
see
do
the
like your
face.
begrudging nod.
I'm like trying to be polite, but I'm like,
Kristen Bell Brooks.
I know what that's like.
Larry McMurtry.
Yeah.
Jen,
What is Lonesome Dove?
sorry, no.
I
Charlie
also
or
know
Matt?
some stuff.
that
Different
was what
McMurtry.
I was gonna say, so I'm glad I got beat.
Excellent.
Changing White
It's great
House
when that
title
happens. You're like, oh, thank God.
Murphy.
Take it
Oh,
This is good.
Yeah.
From DDE to this. Matt,
What's JFK?
you got it.
Let's go Love for 1,600.
You're like, no, thank you. No more of those.
Aim for the tomato.
I don't mind them. I don't think the daily double's in there because it's weird and
Love
gimmicky.
6,000.
As there's
I
no
called Dave Worth.
list, you can use this word that
What?
Edward Fitzgerald paired with the best.
But I've called you worse.
Matt,
What is brightest?
sorry, no.
Remember the
Oh.
damn category, Matthew.
Loveliest?
Yes, you
Ah.
got the category. Very nice.
Oh, Dave and I are terrible at that, sweet Matt. So
Oh
don't you
my
worry.
god.
Co-founder.
I still am mad about 5 rhymes.
Said we have wonderful.
He even said rhymes with 5, and I was like,
That's it.
how? Where are the?
800.
Two-word term for fat bulges at the sides of the waist. Charlie,
What's Love Handles?
correct.
Love for 400.
Jen was just like,
I mean,
running.
you can talk
She's
about-
switched type of buzzing now. She's now my type of buzzing.
It's a tunnel of
Yep.
Can I have Eat for 1,600?
Absolutely. For
You look so damn calm.
on, do this
I'm
cooking term. that
I'm
means
really trying to hold it together.
almost completely. Matt,
What is Butterfly?
Understand. We
Eat for
understand.
2,000.
Yeah, that makes you a full graduate from the Dave Rap School of anxious no face.
Yep.
Matt,
I think
What is
it's for
focaccia?
anybody who stood at that podium.
Pray for 12.
Yeah.
Well, you know, but I'm in cable. I'm just like,
light and actual sunrise.
yeah.
Muslims pray for the first of this many times each day. Jen,
What is 5?
right.
Pray 1,600.
Oh, she's gone back to the hand.
Passover service includes a prayer for tall, this type of moisture. Once the rainy season ends in Israel, it is extra precious. Jen,
What is dew?
that's right, morning dew.
Pray for 2,000.
Legend says this German artist's 1508 drawing of praying
Terror.
was
Wow.
inspired by his own brother.
Albert Terror.
I got cowardly on this one.
That's by Albrecht Dürer.
I thought Durer and then remembered my other two like bottom row misses and then
Does
didn't
calling
go for
these
it.
veggies
Not the bottom row
Yeah.
misses.
I know.
Charlie?
What are peas?
Right.
Eat for 800.
Did not realize how badly
Take is one of these.
in the moment.
Take is Japanese for it. Matt?
What's a mushroom?
That's right.
Math symbols for 1600.
An arrow with a dot at the non-pointed end indicates this. Also a male first name. Matt?
What's a ray?
Very good, yes.
Math symbols
that's-
2000.
Oh, nice.
This extreme symbol indicates a square root. When used with a raised 3, a cube root. Matt?
What's a radical?
It's called a radical, that's right.
I did not know that. I don't believe in math as a
We've used
Christian.
parentheses and brackets. It's time for these. Matt?
What are braces?
That's it.
Valium is the better answer.
White House towel monogram 16.
From
Ooh, you back. You were searching.
to this.
Mhm.
Matt?
What is GWB?
After Clinton, that's
There
right.
you go.
White House towel monograms 1200.
From FDR to
She's
this.
looking.
Jen?
What is HST?
Yes. Truman.
Good. The S stands for nothing.
Pray 800.
Yeah.
This person opens the day in the House of Representatives with a prayer.
Shakira.
Who's the chaplain?
Yes.
Towel monograms for 2000.
Answer there.
Oh, God damn it. I'm so sorry, Matt. I was like,
For it, he moved into the lead.
Look at
Matt, you
how
see how
slow.
high you are?
Like,
You're at 14. You've been slowly but surely.
you're
That
the one
math,
who hasn't gotten
Alright,
any
you're cluing
daily
in
doubles,
White
and
House
you
towel
climbed up to
monograms.
be right there with them.
From
We're
that
taking a
math,
moment to
that
praise
math
you.
category was
to
huge.
this.
Come on.
WJW?
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
After Reagan, we have GHWB, George Herbert Walker Bush.
A long
Select
ass
again,
towel,
Charlie.
by the way.
Changing White House towel monograms for 800.
From LBJ to this. Matt?
What is RMN?
Johnson to Nixon.
Good job.
Yeah, there you
Come
go.
on, Millhouse.
Instead of a decimal point, the French use this common punctuation mark.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Comma?
Regret.
I do.
I hate
Math
it.
symbols
Don't-
400.
don't
Hate
like
it so
that.
much. It's everywhere else they
We'll
use it.
see
Yeah.
here, created by Leibniz, is a stylized S standing for this word.
My favorite. What? No? Guys?
Nope.
Sum or summation.
Thank you, Matt.
Eat for 4.
The S stands for
They
Stacy.
call it Shatbura. We know it as this, with a nationality in its name. Matt?
What's hamburger?
No. Jen?
That's
What are
Swedish
Swedish meatballs?
You got it. And the final clue in pray. In
You guys
Luke
are so close.
22, Jesus assumes this position to pray.
I have no appropriate
"Remove this
responses.
cup from me." Jen?
What is kneeling?
He does kneel. That's correct. And that ties
Who
the score.
are you kidding me? Are you
$400.
kidding me?
What a game.
Look at your face, Matt. Look at we've also seen your hands for the first time.
A lot's riding on Final
Holy
Jeopardy.
I need that screenshotted
American
as
author.
well as
And we'll be
along with the
Wow.
point.
right after this.
Dude, you didn't get any daily doubles, and you still tied
Yeah.
for the lead going into
Yeah.
the
Can I
final.
go for a second where you're like, I did not get any dobles, and I managed to get the tied
Oh my
high
God.
score.
Every
Yeah.
day on our J6 game.
I
That
am
before that last
literally-
clue, I did score check and saw that I was up by 400, and I was like, I don't want to miss it. And then Jen makes it, and I lose the lead, so I swallowed the buzzer, and I was like, if she gets it and we're tied, fine.
Oh my god.
But I'd rather be tied than down
Smart.
400 because I guessed
That's-
on something.
Your Jeopardy
I'm
question.
so
Strategic.
nervous right now.
I am
I'm so
too.
nervous.
I am extraordinarily nervous. I'm rooting for you.
Well,
I also
Jeff,
am rooting for Jenny, but I'm rooting for Matt. I'm looking at Matt right now.
wagering scenario.
Is this the
Let's see what happens. The
category
category is
you're
American
confident in?
authors. And here-
No,
In 1950,
no, not at
the
all.
Academy said this Nobel Prize winner is a regional writer, but called his regionalism universal.
Ooh,
I've got a guess.
I've got a guess.
I hit authors actually pretty hard in prep because I knew I was
Ooh, you
were
prepped.
at them. I did. I prepped in literature for sure.
Smart.
Literature and like geography were kind of the two I hit really hard in prep.
Well, fair enough. You did beat a geographer, so it was good.
I
for
don't
you
know.
to
I don't
know
know that I've got a good guess, but I've got a guess.
What's your guess?
I don't want to say it because I don't want to sound stupid.
Well, my guess is Faulkner. I'm thinking it's William Faulkner.
Yes,
$8,100.
that was my guess.
What American author did you write down, sir? who is William
Okay, I
Faulkner.
feel less stupid.
That is correct.
What?
One of the guys that year always considered himself a Southern regional
my God.
author. But I'd found
Guys, we're real good at Jeopardy.
Wait. Oh my God. Are we going to go to a buzz off?
$16,200.
Oh my
And for the moment,
God.
A sexy buzz off.
Jen Jazwinski was tied for the
Oh my
lead.
God.
We'll come to
Oh
her.
no, please don't be.
She
Oh my
knows
God.
Faulkner. She did. How much did she wager? Wager everything.
Matt Takimoto, what's about to happen?
Matt Takimoto, you are the only one that knows, and I can't breathe.
He also had 15,400.
Oh my God.
Did you write down Faulkner? Oh no.
Oh.
Sinclair Lewis, also a Nobel laureate, but a little bit earlier. He wagered everything as well.
Would have been a tiebreaker.
At all. We could have had a tie. We could have had a three-way zero tie. But Matt, that knocks you down to 0. And Jen Jazwinski, you have made it to the semifinals. Congratulations.
Look at Jen. Oh, look at Jen. Oh, I just want to hug Jen.
Oh, you guys have your own Gelana.
We'll see.
You do have your own Jelana Connor. Adorable and
Matt.
highly anxious.
Matt.
Oh, Matt.
What an incredible game.
Yeah, that game was
look-
wild.
You killed it though, bud. You looked great at it. You nailed it.
Are you
Like
kidding me?
I'm proud as hell of you. That's amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, no, I mean, I
Dude.
felt great about it. Like so on final, like I said, I hit literature and authors like pretty heavy because I knew it was probably the one subject area like where the deficit between me and the average Jeopardy champion was the biggest. So I felt like I needed to catch up. And so as soon as that clue popped up, the like prep I had done where I knew Sinclair Lewis was the first Nobel laureate or first American Nobel laureate in literature.
Oh.
And he was like very Midwestern, like he wrote all his books in like some, random fictional town in the Midwest. And I didn't know the date cold, but everything else fit. And so like, I didn't even think about Faulkner. I never even got there. But I was like, I think this could be it. So I'm going for it. But
it was a good guess.
Yeah,
it was. And I mean, I don't know how much more Faulkner TJ knows than I do, but mine was a guess too. Cause when I think of regionalism, I was like, that's like, I literally don't even know enough about Sinclair Lewis
right. And a little bit in some way, I think it might have been like over preparing almost.
Yeah.
My wonder is like if I didn't know who Sinclair Lewis was, like maybe I would have just defaulted to Faulkner. Who knows? But
I think the only clue is like the idea of it like being the regional, but then universal. And I think that like that's the sort of the only way that would have twigged for me because it's like he's very Southern, but then there's supposed to be like these sort of weird. I also really hate Faulkner. I just find his prose overwrought and tiresome.
Right.
Faulkner is. I tried to get into some Faulkner last year, and I had a hard time.
Well, kind of like how we talked about this before, Dave. I also hate Camus for similarly Black-related reasons. So this is also why, like, people are like, "You should love." So now I want to fight William Faulkner for you, Matt Takimoto.
Thanks.
I'm gonna go back in time and punch him in the mouth.
Invent a time machine just to punch William Faulkner
in the mouth.
Yeah.
Such a good game.
Yeah.
You did so great, bud.
You guys made some good TV right there.
That was amazing. You should feel super fucking fancy. Ooh,
and the fact that you didn't get the daily doubles and still were tied for the lead.
I know.
Man,
that was the killer.
Amazing game.
That's
the takeaway. Yeah. But
I think I went.
I
think I looked at the stats last night. I think I had 23 buzzes on 40 attempts. Or 23 correct responses on 40 attempts. So that's good. That's really damn
40
good.
40 attempts is legit.
40 attempps is a lot. I didn't think I had 40.
You did. You should feel real good about this one, bud.
Yeah. Oh no. I think, going into taping, I was feeling a lot of anxiety about like, what if I don't win? Because, you've won once, like the expectation is you could win again, right?
Yeah.
But I think on the backside of this game, I realized that anxiety was from a place of like, I don't want to do really poorly and then have my initial run feel like a fluke. Yeah. So the fact that like this game went really, really well and it just didn't fall my way, like I'm completely okay with that.
Yeah.
I felt a lot. I felt a lot better about this loss than I did about the first one.
TJ and I have had this conversation. The weird thing is, I don't remember when you and I talked so much in the audience. It must have been when we were warming up at the beginning of the day.
I think it was during rehearsal.
But you were good on the buzzer. I got a good vibe from you. I'm like, this guy is going to be problematic if I can make it to him, which I didn't. But yeah, and you're going up against champions. Everybody who's been up there knows how to do it, knows what they're doing, and I felt so okay with losing this time around because you're losing to somebody who's just really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
You lost to Emily Sands, man. You can't be like, it's Emily Sands.
And I lost to the winner of our bracket. No big deal.
The Minnesota Massacre herself. Yeah.
Come on. So then you know, from here on out, I am like Team Jen the whole way. I'm like cheerleading from the audience and the whole deal. And
that's the best way to be.
Yeah.
I mean,
this was. I mean, it was just one of those kind of just amazing things of getting to, you know, again, like getting to be up there again. I know there was one point in rehearsal, I was in the very last group in like the second half of rehearsal, which is actually what I wanted to go in this first game because I had just gotten off the stage from that last rehearsal bit and I was feeling pretty toasty about it. And so I was like, you know, pick me now, let's go. So I felt really good when they called me up first, but there was a moment when we were standing up there. I think it was me and Emily White were standing up there and they were still like spraying down the podiums or whatever. So we just got to like stand on stage with no agenda and just like kind of savor it. And that was one of my favorite moments of the whole week, was just kind of trying to take all these mental snapshots of like, oh, here's what the stage looks like from this angle when you are not incredibly stressed.
Right?
Yeah.
And nobody else gets to see that.
Nobody else gets to see that. You don't just get to like hang out up there ever.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
That's
also
awesome.
The idea of you like spraying down the podium, just thinking it sounds like someone's like hosing them down like they're like a horse, and I'm just like, what no? And then I think, oh, wait, that's what's happening. Good.
Yeah.
Dude, it was great television. That was You know, you guys have earned being the second best bracket. We're so excited for you. What a treat.
Listen, there's more to come. I'm not this whole first tape day was flames. I don't think there's any runaways. All 5 games are close. Like, so strap in for this bracket because there's some really good television coming up.
I'm thrilled.
And I'm excited for everybody to see it.
Very impressed with today's performance.
We heard tomorrow's going to be really good, right? Because people have already been in the group chat, have been making waves about that. And then I'm really enthused for Monday because my tape buddy is Fred Nelson. So Fred and I taped together, and we're champions for the same week, right? We had like
Fred
one
is a
person
treasure.
between us. Fred is literally like, if you want to think of like the Good Omens version of professors, like he is the absolutely the sweetest, best one, and I am the worst, right? So we think about like just the difference, and we both were like, oh, here's professors, both with bow ties, and that's where it ends. Yeah.
My God.
Yeah, we had some with Fred and Ed Hashima on set.
Oh yeah.
There's some really good professor vibes.
I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I'm totally here
for it. A lot of fun.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know. I mean, I am so happy that you were here. It was so much fun watching the game with you. We appreciate this so much. Is there anything you want to say before we go, I guess?
I don't think so, other than, you know, the usual, like, you know, if you're watching this and you haven't been on Jeopardy yet, go take the Anytime test and get on Jeopardy,
there you go.
because it's fun as heck and you'll have a great time. So go do it. And again, like, thanks guys for having me on. This was such a great idea. And and YouTube do it so well in terms of like the banter and capturing, you know, the energy that, you know that I loved, like getting to watch Jeopardy in the green room with everybody else. That was like another one of those like many unbelievable parts of this whole competition experience. Was just getting to like hang and watch live Jeopardy and, you know, imagining this, but with, you know, 20 people instead of 3. That's great.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Well, thank you very much, sir. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I had a great time. It was great TV. We loved having you. And I'm glad to see you again. I haven't seen you except on the socials for 2 years. And you know, I got booted off my game and immediately he went up. So we had no time to hang out in the audience together. So
I know.
This is the most we've talked to each other. So I'm happy that you're here. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Thanks.
Bye.
Later.